If you want to improve battery life on a Nothing phone for A or for a Pro, here's what you can do. First of all, we're gonna go to settings. Next, in settings, we're gonna proceed to battery. And in here, the first thing that we can do is, of course, check the battery usage. In here, we can see apps that use lots of battery, that drain the battery. So you can tap on these apps that you notice they drain the battery. And over here, we have allow background usage. And of course, you want to make sure that it is optimized, or you can of course completely disable the background usage. However, keep in mind that in some cases, these apps may stop working properly if the background usage is completely deactivated. Another thing is of course the battery saver, although this is more like a temporary way to extend the battery life, and it is mostly used in crucial situations where your phone is dying and you don't have any way to charge your phone. You don't have the charger, the power adapter, or there's no way for you to just simply to charge it. So of course, battery saver disables a couple of different options in order to extend the battery life until you can charge it again. So it is a great way to, like I said, to temporarily extend the battery life, although it is not really supposed to be used pretty much all the time. You can also create a schedule for the battery saver if you want to. So based on the percentage, if you set it, for example, to 20%, if your phone's battery drops to 20%, then your phone is going to automatically enable the battery saver. Now, besides that, we have the adaptive battery, which of course is already enabled by default, but you can make sure that it is enabled. It's definitely worth using it. Here in battery health, we can set up the overcharging protection. So for example, we have smart charging mode, which is the default option, where we can charge our phone steadily overnight to preserve long-term battery health. But of course, the recommended option is going to be the custom charging mode, which just sets up the limit for the battery. So if you set it to 80%, whenever you charge your phone, you will only be able to charge it to 80%. You will not be able to exceed it. And you might be thinking it's very inconvenient and definitely not something that you're looking for. And of course, that is understandable. If you wish to be able to charge your phone all the way to 100% all the time, then that is of course up to you, and that is completely fine. Although if you limit yourself to 80%, for example, then you may feel like the battery can be kept in a healthy way for a longer time. Many smartphones nowadays mention the 80%, or they have many different battery options that allow them to limit charging to 80%. And the 80% is something like the most optimal percentage for the battery to be charged to. And this is just how batteries are built in this way. So the 80% is the sweet spot. Whenever you charge a phone, 80% is going to be perfect. And if you're wondering what is the recommended percentage when you should start charging, then here the answer is not so clear. It is usually around 20% or so. Some phones recommend you to start charging at 15%, some at 20%, and some even at 30%, although I think the 20% is the average in this case. So of course, you should start charging your phone probably at 20%, and then you can stop at 80% if you don't mind limiting yourself. And besides that, of course, we also have the sleep standby optimization, which is also recommended to have enabled. Here in Charging Assistant, we can display charging notification, for example, when the charging does not reach the fastest speed or a charging limit is set, which is not really useful to it's not useful for improving the battery life, but of course, generally speaking, it can be useful for you. And here in battery information, we can of course check the maximum capacity, which indicates the battery health, which of course after some time is going to experience battery aging process. It is inevitable, and just after some time your battery is going to be able to, well, the capacity of the battery is going to be just smaller. It's just how it is with batteries. They are becoming they just lose the capacity after some time. But of course, we can just try to keep it in the most healthiest state for as long as possible by using these different options. Besides that, besides battery settings, we can also go to location. And over here, if you open location services, you can find Wi-Fi and Bluetooth scanning. And there is a chance that these two options are enabled by default on your phone, so what you can do is you can turn them off. It is not really necessary to have them enabled all the time, and if you turn both of these options off, they can actually help you improve the battery a little bit. Whenever there is any app or any situation where these options are supposed to be enabled, then of course your phone will notify you about that, and you will have the option to quickly jump to these settings, and you can turn it on back again. Of course, most of the settings that have an impact on the battery are display settings. In here, for example, the screen brightness is a huge deal. If you use adaptive brightness or automatic brightness, it will definitely improve the battery life, because to be honest, we don't have to use the maximum brightness all the time. Whenever we are, for example, in a darker room or something, your phone can automatically adjust the brightness. So most of the time it is not used as much as, for example, you manually can set it up. Of course, there are situations where you have to use brighter option, or you just have to adjust the brightness by yourself, and that is completely fine. You can still do so even if you have the adaptive brightness enabled. But generally speaking, you probably want to use it if you want to improve the battery life. There's also the screen timeout option. And what is interesting is that here we have the screen attention option, which is nothing unusual, but on a Nothing Phone 4a and 4a Pro, this option is automatically enabled, which is not really good for battery. So you might want to turn this option off. And secondly, you might want to adjust the screen timeout. Preferred options are 15 or 30 seconds. In my case, I use 2 minutes for the sake of these videos, because I don't want my screen to shut down by itself quickly. And of course, you can still refresh it manually whenever the screen is about to put itself to sleep. But you don't probably want to use a huge screen timeout over here, or you probably don't want to use the screen attention option. Now, the phone by default also uses the dark theme, which is the preferred option if we are talking about battery life. Dark mode uses less battery than the light mode or light theme, so this is something that you can consider to use. Now let me go back to the settings. Another thing that you can of course do is for example, disable HDR display. So of course this allows you to have more colorful HDR videos, which is of course really pleasant to look at. But it also increases battery usage. It is even written over here. So of course, if you want to save the battery, if you want to improve the battery life, you might want to turn this option off. Here we have the display refresh rate option, which also has an impact on the battery life. And here I have to say that, for example, I personally would not want to use the standard option, because it limits the refresh rate to 60 Hz, which of course, if you get used to 120 Hz and you get used to it pretty quickly, of course you will see the difference instantly. And I just personally don't like 60 Hz. I definitely prefer to have more than that. So I would not switch to 60 Hz. I would still use 120 or 144 in the case of the Pro model. But still, the dynamic option is the preferred one, because it can actually optimize battery life. So you can still use high refresh rate with the dynamic option. And whenever the phone does not need to use higher refresh rate than, let's say, 60, then of course it will limit, and you will not see the difference. So definitely the dynamic option is the recommended option. Well, the best option is going to be the standard one, but if you want to use higher refresh rate, then of course the dynamic one is the better one. Alright, so I think I have mentioned in here everything that I wanted to mention. Although I have to also say a couple of things about apps that are running in the background all the time. Like, let's say I have this animated wallpaper, which is of course provided by a third-party app, and naturally it will drain the battery faster than compared to a static wallpaper. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. If you have something that is constantly running in the background, it is going to use more battery. Also, even those smaller things such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NFC, location, and probably some other stuff, these things also have an impact on the battery. Although individually these options don't make that big of a difference, Collectively, especially when we talk about those display settings that I went through before, they do have a huge impact if we collectively sum up the additional time that we can get if we make some adjustments over there. So for example, if you don't have any Bluetooth device connected to your phone, it is of course recommended to just turn off Bluetooth in here, because why would you have it enabled if you don't plan on using it at that moment? Of course, I'm not saying to not use it at all, I'm just saying to just turn it off whenever you don't use it, and you can turn it back on whenever you want to use it, or you have to use it. So this is something that you can consider, of course, to do on your Nothing Phone 4a and 4a Pro. If there is something more that I didn't mention in this video that has a huge impact on the battery life, then of course let everyone know in the comments. If you're watching this video, of course you can check out comments to see if there are some additional tips, and that is pretty much it. If you're looking for guides for Nothing Phone 4a or 4a Pro, check out my channel, leave a like and subscribe.